One day you have to feature me as your mother.
What will you do?
You just let me model for
Model.
you.
Is it modeling?
Everybody should. If you don't let me model one of your episodes, I'll enter into it myself.
Sure. Okay, welcome back, boys and girls, to Deep Oils. So we're going to be doing some jumbo twists. I'm kind of tired of my hair being out and I want something long and full on my head, but still representative of the hair that I have on my head. So we're going to be doing a tutorial on jumbo twists. I have recently washed my hair and trimmed it. You can watch this video to see how to moisturize and how to trim your hair yourself. I first started out by trying to part my hair from ear to ear, so the back portion, and then trying to create 2 rows out of that. And you realize that I was actually struggling a bit to make the line straight, even though I realized rewatching this that it was actually straight, but because I didn't want to have to create 2 rows out of that portion since it's quite big, I decided that I'll just go to my mother. But yeah, shout outs to me for being able to make this straight without as much support with a mirror essentially. But yeah, I stopped because the work was becoming too hard.
But gosh, can you see this line? When I get a 3-part way mirror, it's over for everybody. Like, I would never go to a salon again.
Okay, turns out dividing your hair is hard and I couldn't do it, so I have my mom to help me get straighter lines.
Now for the division of the parts, I tried to use a brick method so that my hair is looking as full as possible. If you don't know that method, I'm going to put a picture right here. So essentially you notice that every braid is not falling in line with the one beneath it or above it. Now before I go in to add the braiding hair, I actually wet my hair and add some shea butter to it because my hair is going to be tucked away for quite some time and it doesn't hurt to have some extra moisture. Disclaimer, so I've actually done jumbo twist before, just once, but when I did it, I used the Senegalese twisting method, but I realized that I wanted my hair to have the 3-3 before it went down into twists, and so I actually just figured out how to do this. I knew that you would have to start by interlocking your hair, so I'm just going to take you through the step-by-step process of how I actually braided it so that it started out as a 3-3 braid and then going into a twist. So you're first going to start off by taking the strands you're going to use for your hair and fluffing it up. We use 3 strands, and this is what I'm doing to the first one so that it looks thick. When you first get it in the pack, it looks a bit scrawny, and then an extra tip is that you pull the ends of the hair so that it stretches out a bit more, and then you literally do the exact same thing to the next one. The next step is to take the 2 strands and interlock them, and they're going to create a knot that can easily be removed like so. Now you're going to divide your own hair into 3 sections. You are going to map each of your strands, the own strands of your hair, to one of the extensions that you have. So if you notice, if you go back to when we interlocked the hair, you're going to have 2 strands. But if you separate them, you technically have 4 individual strands. Don't forget, you have 4 individual strands. However, now because this was my first time doing this method, what I first did is not what I continued to do once I finished with the first row. So in this method, instead of mapping each of the strands from the extensions to one of the strands coming out of my head, I rather left one of the strands empty with just my own hair, and then rather mapped the extensions that I had to 2 of the strands of my hair. So if you realize 2 of my strands had the extensions but 1 was free, I rectified this method because I realized it wasn't making the hair as even as it should have been. So I'll show you the next thing that I did that I stuck with for the rest of my head. Okay, so I ended up using 3 for 1, and I think that works out because it looks thick enough, and honestly I don't have enough hair, and it probably would be more than 20 right here on my head. And it's not so bad. Yeah, I don't think I did the top parts perfectly, but as we go along we will get better. because we want to start with 3-3, we're going to create 3 strands instead. So it means that one of the strands that you have are going to have 2 of the external, that is the twist, the kinky hair, together. And then when you have divided your hair into 3, you're going to map each of the strands of hair, that's the kinky hair, to your own hair. Once you do that and you get a tight grip, then you're going to start braiding 3-3. I braid about 5 times before I transition to the twist. Before I finish exhausting my own hair that is in the braiding extensions, I take one of the strands of the kinky hair that has also been fluffed out, and I place it in the middle of the twist that I have started, and I literally just clasp that into the twist that I am doing and continue twisting as though nothing has happened. So you place it in the middle, making sure that it is of equal length, and then you just continue twisting as though nothing has happened, and it's just going to blend in naturally on its own. Depending on the length that you want, you can decide to literally continue adding hairpiece as you keep going so that it becomes longer and longer. But for me, I was fine with my length, and so using 2 at the beginning and then adding an extra 1 just before my hair ended was enough for the length that I was looking for. Also, just a side note, your partings don't have to be perfect. Thankfully, with this hair, it can look ruggedy and it will be part of the aesthetic that you're going for. So for me, apart from the divisions that I do for each of the rows, when I'm doing the individual partings, I literally don't use a comb. I use my hand and I just continue, because we're not looking for perfection, we're looking for functionality over here. At this point, see, I was tired and I was really eager to just stop and go and continue living my life doing something else. And so when I divided my hair, I did all the partings that I would need to finish up and then twisted it up so that when I take one, I just undo the twist and then continue. And don't forget to get extra moisture. You can add water, leave-in conditioner, and shea butter as you please.
Are you guys ready for the final look? It's 10:20, it's 10:30 or something, and I finished maybe 10 minutes ago. And this is our final look. I love it. Love, 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 love it. They're about 33, I think. I have to count, but there were 33 when I counted. Twist on my head. I use a little less than 100 strands that I had put out because I ended up doing 3 strands, like 3 twist strands per parting. So, and it's so not heavy, so not heavy. Honestly, I love this. I think this is such a cute look. So cute. Let me guys know what you think. If you would like to see more tutorials on hairstyles like this that are protective, this should have taken a shorter time. According to people who do this on YouTube, it takes 3 hours, but it took me 5. But I think it's because, one, I was trying to figure out how to part my hair and I got help from my sister and my mom at some point. And then for each, I mean, this one has thin nails, but for example, for each strand that I took, I had to open it up so it's as fluffy as possible. You know, that took time, but if you prep your hair ahead of time and you don't count that, because me, I count the prep as the time to do the hair, then I guess it's less. But everything together, taking a break to eat some corn too, yeah, it was 5 hours. Okay, I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more hair videos. Bye.